Welcome to Spin Justice with me, Hayley Owens, the podcast where I'll be talking about anything from health and fitness to the injustices of the world and everything in between. I've worked within the criminal justice system for over 20 years and have more recently taken to teaching indoor cycling, otherwise known as spin. Each week I'll be talking to a different guest about a topic that's personal to them, whether it be to raise awareness or just because. Most episodes will contain strong language because of who I am as a person, so if that's not for you, then probably best to swerve. Any opinions expressed by me are my own. Today's episode is sponsored by DNA Boxing School of Excellence. Big up to Danger and the team there for all the amazing things they're doing in the community, whether it be kids classes or one-to-one boxing training. So if you or anyone you know are interested in improving their fitness, because why wouldn't you, make sure you give them a shout. Welcome, Ryan Russell.
Right. How are you?
I'm all right, are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate, thanks.
Good. Right.
Bit surreal being here, but...
Bit surreal, I know. When you walked in, you were like, as if this is what it looks like.
The amount of times I've watched it, and then I've stood over there and I'm like, wow, that's the set, eh?
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, mate.
No,
Appreciate
pleasure. Thank you for coming on.
No problem.
So for anyone that's listening, if you can hear the dog's footsteps, the dog's here with us today. So if you can hear the tapping, because if you're listening on Spotify, you wouldn't necessarily know that.
Yeah,
You're thinking, yeah, there she goes. So she'll be over it no doubt at some point. And also, it's a weight loss episode.
Yeah, it is.
So many people are like, I can't wait for this one. Do you know what? I'm sure everybody at some point has battled with weight.
Yeah, of course. Everybody has.
I think so.
And I think people that are in probably the best position that they are still do.
Yeah, I do
Still,
as well.
They still worry about
because I think here she comes.
Hello.
Because I think and that can go for both ways.
Yeah.
Some people can't put weight on.
Exactly.
Connor Mooney, he was on a few weeks ago and he said he would take like Herbalife supplements in addition to his meals because he'd struggled to like put weight on.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'll move, shall I? Is that all right, Carl? So yeah, I think it works both ways. It's not always about losing weight. Sometimes it's putting the weight on.
Putting the weight back on. And then that goes into body confidence and people battle with it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
They do,
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'd really like to do like an anorexia episode. Is anyone listening to this that knows anybody that would be willing to come on and talk? Because I think, in fact, I've got a friend of mine. I have asked her this before. She works in the QE hospital, but in the eating disorders.
Oh, okay.
And they have like inpatients there and stuff. So I've said to her, "Oh, get one of the doctors on or something, mate. Like, it'd be really interesting."
Yeah, it'd be amazing. It'd help people, that one.
Because body confidence is huge,
Massive.
isn't it, at the minute?
Yeah, it's social media. There's so many outside influences that affect it as well.
Do you know what? Right. You know, I was talking about this last week with a farming episode that we did, right? But you know, ice baths.
Yeah.
We talked about it loads on this, but with ice baths, I see all the time really fit models doing like, you know, they're airbrushed to fuck, they look fit, and you watch the reel and it's them in the bikini getting into the ice bath. And I thought, I'm going to do one of these for a laugh, like with a proper swimming cap and like nose peg and goggles and that, just to take the piss. Because I swear down, I ain't going to look like that. No. And when we talk about body confidence, like I'm on the bike exercising every day. I really do watch what I eat.
Yeah.
I would say 95% of the time I'm good with my food. Not always.
When we've chatted behind the scenes as well, you're always good with it. Yeah?
You messaged me yesterday and said something, and I went, Matt, I've just had an Easter egg. Yeah. It's January and I've had an Easter egg. But you know, like this week, I've had one of them weeks where I feel run down.
Yeah.
And I've just thought, you know what? I'm eating what I want.
I do it.
Yeah.
I do it. Even though I'm in fight camp, obviously, for Feb, I had to do it last week. Yeah. But I still did it, like I said to you in the voice notes, I did it with sweet potato and burger without the bun on it. No.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I went, all right, that was a treat meal, bro. Still good for me.
Yeah,
It's done wonders. You have to do it now and again.
Yeah. And that's definitely where I'm at the minute. But yeah, body confidence.
Massive.
And everyone would look at themselves and pick up on something.
Yeah.
You know, my mate, she'll moan to me, say, I'm really like unhappy. And I'll go, mate, you look amazing. She'll say to me, I thought your arms looked really good in spin last night or whatever. And I'll be like, joking. You don't think it yourself. So like everyone's got some sort of hang-ups.
Yeah, they have.
So go on then, go back, take me back.
So, born in Whaley Castle.
Yeah.
Lived there till I was about three or four.
Yeah.
Then mum and dad obviously moved to Northfield.
Yeah.
Went to the Meadows with your brother. Few of us there. Meadows was okay, but like I say to other people, it was a different time back then. So things was handled differently. I think, looking back now, there was always something different with me. Like I'd always lose my temper quickly, but Meadows, yeah, it wasn't it was all right. But like I say, a different time, handled differently, because I was a bigger lad and I knocked a kid over the once playing football. I was put in the bigger playground with like year 5 and 6.
Okay.
Now, parents would probably go, whoa, but at the time, it is what it is. That it was a different time. Real good friendship with your brother.
Yeah.
For high school. Like I said before the podcast, always looked after each other. And then we left, and with Meadows, a lot of people went to Colmer's Farm, or they went to Turves Green.
Yes.
Them were the two.
Yeah.
I went to Turves.
Yeah.
I think there was like 6 or 7 of us went, and I just wanted peace there. I really got my head down, knuckled down, picked up sports, started doing rugby, shot put, and done really well at that school, to be fair. Got my head down, knuckled down, walked away with some decent GCSEs.
Good.
And then went on to Cadbury College, studied law, sociology, and the rugby was still a massive part of my life. That then started to take off. I started to take it really seriously, training, and yeah, was picked for the county and did all right.
Nice. Who did you play for?
I used to play for Birmingham Solihull.
Did you?
Yeah. Just up at the Portway.
Oh, I know. Nice.
Yeah. So I played for them and then played for North Birmingham County. And just loved every second of it.
Yeah.
The team, lived it. Slept and breathed it.
Yeah.
Fortunately suffered quite a serious injury to my back when I was just not long after 18, which finished the rugby career there and then.
Yeah.
It finished.
No more rugby for you.
Nah, game over. At the time, I didn't understand. You don't, do you? You have to go through these things to understand at the end.
Yeah.
If I'd have been told, look, you've got 18 months left of rugby, I'd have gone out forever. But I didn't. I woke up one morning, that was it. Finished.
Yeah.
And that was a tough time to deal with. But being me, I still went back and played now and again.
Oh, okay.
So I did. I shouldn't have, but it weren't to the level I was. I was just doing it for a little club here and there and just getting a move on.
Yeah, because it's not always about the sport sometimes. It's the team, isn't it? It's everything.
The bond.
Yeah.
Just getting up on a Saturday morning, think I'm gonna have a bit of a move about today.
Yeah.
And then spent, like I said to you before, got into that was when I then spiraled out of control.
How old are we now?
19.
Okay.
So period between 18 and 26. I call them, like I say to you, the misunderstood years.
That's a big chunk of years, isn't it?
Yeah. Chaos, mayhem, angry at the world, angry at myself. Didn't know how to process it all. Come from a family, like I say to you, that it's a different generation. We never spoke about mental health. We never, come on, pull yourself together. You didn't speak about it.
No.
So you grow up older in life thinking, well, how do I cope? How do I process this? My way was just being an idiot, mate. Just being completely stupid. That's when drugs started to become recreational. And throughout the whole time of that misunderstood time, now I process it. I think I was just angry at everyone. Everyone and everything, and hadn't dealt with my demons.
Right.
The drug use and the out of controlness and just being crazy and lasted for a while. It then got more serious. There was an incident within the family where something happened where someone who shouldn't have been questioned was, and it just blew my head.
Right.
Questioned everybody around me, questioned what was going on, who was who. Real dark times. That's when I would say the recreational drug use turned to a lot more.
So when we say recreational drug use, what are we talking? What are you using at this point? Cocaine.
Yeah. Party scene, out with the lads on a Friday night.
Okay, so Was there anything else?
Nope.
No.
No.
Just cocaine.
Just cocaine.
Alcohol.
Well, as he says, just cocaine, but yeah.
Yeah, but not like pills or anything like that. So it'd be like,
and believe it or not,
drinks
because I was a doorman as well, I never drank. So it was. I'd like to be alert and awake and switched on. It was the doorman days. Even when I used to go out with my friends, I wouldn't switch off. I was still watching.
She's off.
The doorman habits never switched off. I was still watching around.
Yeah.
But I never drank when I went out. Hayley, it was always just sniff and diet pop. I've never been a big drinker.
So you didn't need, like, because you know the episode 1, the addiction episode?
Yeah.
Dave talks about them going hand in hand.
Yeah.
So, like, not being able to just go for a few pints because that would lead on, but that weren't the case for you then?
Yeah, lead on to the phone call.
Oh.
That's pretty right. No, that's what some people are like.
Yeah, but it weren't that for you?
A lot of my friends were. Most of the people I hung around with had a drink, then ordered it.
Okay,
Whereas
I
would just stay normal, compos mentis. And I don't know subconsciously whether that was my way of being a bit more out there and being a bit more able to speak.
Yeah.
And a bit of a confidence thing for me, to be honest. That's what it was. Once I had one, that's when I would party and I'd be a bit jack the lad.
Right, okay.
But it never. People do say that. Well, did you used to drink with it?
No.
No, not for me.
But that's mad, that is, because I don't think I've ever known anyone
It was really
done that.
Yeah, it was really, really strange.
So, how did this spiral?
There was, like I say, there was an incident with a family member that questioned, I wouldn't like to go into it, but it questioned everybody around me.
Right, yeah.
Now, I'd called it a couple of weeks before. People that rang me, even my best friend, was like, "You're cracking up here. Like, are you all right?
Yeah.
What you're saying is not right. Like,
Okay.
you shouldn't be thinking along those lines." It then all come out that it was correct.
Right.
I was right. I was bang on the money. To the point where I even had my own mother say, "Go to the doctors because this isn't right, Ryan."
Okay.
So I started questioning everything and everyone. Then
Yeah.
when it came out, in a way, it was a blessing because it was like, do you know what? If you've got that gut feeling, trust yourself. Even the closest people to me, I was like, "You've lost the plot here, kid." And then when it all come out, people were like, "I am so sorry."
Yeah, fair dues.
And do you know what? Out of all the people that was around me, this is why I'm so close to my best friend Mark. He was the only one who said a couple of weeks before it all come out, "Do you know what? I've just seen something there, and you are right." And
No way.
he backed me up.
No way.
And he was the one who called it. It then all come out. And it started off as, let's just get on it. To get over what I've just found out. My head's in a mess. Let's get on it. Have a couple of days in somebody's kitchen, chatting rubbish.
Yeah.
And that then spiralled.
Right.
Rapidly out of control. I didn't know who to speak to. I was ashamed to speak to anybody about it. And then, ended up homeless.
Oh, my God.
Lived in a caravan on my friend's drive for a while. Robbed, begged, borrowed, stole, hurt everybody around me. And I had to go to rock bottom to come back.
Yeah.
Still gets to me now, but my breaking point was, and it was from my old man.
Oh, yeah.
My old man put me into a homeless hostel.
Okay.
Obviously, everything had gone on. Said, "You can't come back home, son. You're going to have to go into this homeless hostel." I saw tears in that man's eyes. When I walked down that path, it broke him.
Yeah, yeah.
But it made me.
Yeah.
I sat there, broken, round, realising what I'd done. And I will always bless him for that. Because it made me who I am.
Because it must have broke his heart.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Would have broke, but I'd already broken his heart, boy.
Yeah.
Getting out of control. And that's why, with my story, and you see me in the stories online, that's why I say to people, don't let it get too late. Don't go to where I did and be ashamed.
Yeah.
Say, do you know what? Yes, I have got a drug problem. This is who I am.
Yeah.
I didn't ask for this to happen. Don't be ashamed. Don't go to that level, mate. Yeah.
Those depths. So what weight are you here at this point now?
17 and a half. 17 and a half stone now.
17 and a half stone. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem like... What weight are you now?
What, sitting currently?
No, yeah. What are you right now?
17 and
Oh,
a half.
right. Okay. What were you then? Sorry.
What, through the drug stage?
Yeah.
The lowest I ever went to was 13 stone.
Okay.
So it was, I did look, I'll send you the pictures. I did look quite ill at one point. I'm 6'7".
Yeah.
And it had zapped everything.
Right, okay. So when did you start to pile the weight on then?
I've always been up and down. So,
yeah, because some people are. I mean, like we've just said, literally just at the beginning of the episode, most people do.
Yeah.
Like, not battle with their weight, but how many people can just eat what they want?
Nobody. They can't.
I think with me, especially as I'm getting older,
yeah,
and lots sort of menopause and stuff is taking over, it's definitely hitting me more. But I'm gonna come on to something different in a bit that like I've been reading lately, so I'll come back to that. But so I've seen a before and after picture of you.
Yeah.
So tell me from the before, go from like where you were at that point.
So from the rugby injury,
yeah,
was piled a lot of weight on. Following the injury, I was on my mum's sofa for about 4 months. Following that, went massive, really, really big.
Yeah.
Then first met Si, and managed to get down. I think we lost about 10 stone in total.
In how long?
How long was I going to his first gym in Hawksley? 12, 18 months.
10 stone?
Yeah.
In like a year to a year and a half?
I was around about 20, I'd have been about 23, 24 then. That was the first time I ever met Si, and that was when he had his first gym in Hawksley, that was.
Oh, okay, I don't know about that gym.
No, yeah, that one's gone. He moved. And then fell off the wagon again, went back to the misunderstood years, the last of it. Then when I came and I went back into my home, got myself a flat, started building myself. I think I moved into my flat, and then 3 months after, met Mand.
Okay.
And it all just, bosh.
Yeah.
Even though that happened, I still went off the rails.
Okay.
Put her through torture.
Yeah.
To begin with, still hadn't dealt with the demons, still hadn't dealt with everything. Ballooned back up to, how big did I get to? The first time, I wasn't the biggest then, was I? I went up to about 28 stone-ish, 28-ish. And then lost another lot again. So went up to 28 again on the drugs, eating rubbish, just piled the weight back on. And then 2000 and, what year was it, man? Was it 2016, 17? When I lost the first time, the weight. 17. So about 2017, I lost another 10 stone again and went back down.
My God.
Yeah, I've yo-yoed, which is dangerous.
But that's two separate periods of time that you've dropped 10 stone.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm thinking of people that want to lose weight here,
yeah.
right? And I'm hoping that they can listen to this and think, this bloke's done it a few times now. Like, it's can mindset, isn't it? It's all about your mindset.
And it's everybody's approach is different.
Yes.
So I have tried approaches with other people that have been like, tell us what to do. It ain't worked for them. But then along the way, they've then found, oh, well, that does work for me. So my way is I go to smaller meals. So I spread it, my 3 meals over 6 smaller meals I do.
Okay.
So I'm never, ever hungry.
Right,
it's
okay.
really, really weird. And she says to me, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
It doesn't work for me.
So even with a breakfast, you'd split that into 2?
No, so I live by the rule of breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, dinner like a pauper, because I've got time to burn. My breakfast, I've got all day to burn that off.
Yes.
My meal of a night, I don't want that to be massive because I can't burn it off.
Right, okay.
So it's sat on my stomach of a night. So I'll eat a big breakfast and then they get gradually smaller. And then dinner, got a real fascination with jacket potatoes at the minute.
Oh, yeah. So you'd have that for a dinner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so right, no, I want more detail on this. I want to know the ins and outs, right? So I want to know, you're now what? What's the heaviest you've been?
39.
39 stone?
Yeah. That was this journey.
This is what I want to know.
Yeah.
So you're now, right, that's enough's enough.
Yeah.
I want to lose weight.
Yeah.
So talk me through that approach.
Just trying to think about it. I say this to people. It was getting it moving.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because of obviously the injuries from rugby and the years of abuse,
Yeah.
And I say the weight loss going up and down can't have been good for my body. Like, I've put pressure on my joints, then I've took it off. My heart, I've put pressure on, I've took it off.
Yeah.
That's why this time I'm determined nothing.
It's not going back on.
That's why it's boxing. This is why I keep saying so much about the boxing. It was getting things moving. What would you say, man? I went from 39, I went down to 30, didn't I? When I walked back in Fitness Factory, I was 30 stone, wasn't I? I'd say that 9 stone took 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Took a bit longer.
Took a bit longer. Only because, one, the fibro was playing up.
She needs a fuss.
You're a good girl. Just like my brother, yeah. Aye. Yeah, the fibro at the start, and I explain it to people like I was a knackered old bus in the yard.
Right.
So to grease them wheels up and get things moving and shifting with 39 stone on top of it, the old injury from the rugby was still there.
Yeah.
I hadn't dealt with that. I hadn't strengthened muscles around it or anything.
What was the injury?
So basically, the scan's shown that there was prolapsed disc at the bottom, congenital narrowing at the top and bottom of the spine that had been caused by a serious pressure injury from the rugby.
Yeah. I've got a similar injury myself.
Yeah. And it had trapped the sciatic nerve that runs down my left leg.
Yeah.
Which we spoke about.
Yeah.
So for many years, for the first 2 years, getting that bus moving was hard.
Yeah.
It was gruel. I'd come back from a walk that now, doddle. I was sweating. I had to take a towel with me. I'd do it early in the morning because I was embarrassed for people to see me in that way. And yeah, but that was the grueling time. And then I walked back into Fitness Factory May this year. And what did I walk back in there at? 30 stone, wasn't I?
May 24.
24.
May 24. So we're not even 12 months.
No.
Fucking hell. So, hang on. Just want to quickly touch on the fibro. So, fibromyalgia.
Yeah.
Explain to people that don't know what that is and how it affects you.
To be honest, so what it does is affects the nerve endings, and it's also triggered massively by stress and outside factors. So your food plays a massive part in it, your stress, your fatigue, your whole nerve endings can be on fire. You can have excruciating pain. And the problem is there's no solution for it. Pharmaceutical just want to put medicine down your throat.
Yeah.
I'll just take that and that'll sort it.
And can you have good days and bad days, I take it? So you could be crippled by it one day.
Yeah.
And then the next day you might be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when the weight was on, I weren't looking after myself. I weren't eating the right foods. Horrendous. Believe it or not, since I've started the gym and the boxing, I've not had one flare at all.
Really?
No.
See?
No. I've had a couple of times where they call it fibro fog and they call it the effects it has on the mind where you go down a little bit. Yeah, there's been a couple of them, of course. But in terms of it affecting my pain, you've seen the videos. It's not stopped me.
Yeah.
Not at all. And that's what we were. Me and Si never really put it out there, but that's what we had to monitor and make sure.
Yeah.
That nothing.
Yeah. Okay. So, right. So you're 30 stone.
Yeah.
You've dropped 9 by yourself.
Yeah.
Like you say, you're going out for early morning walks because you didn't want to be seen. You're taking towels with you because you sweat loads. I mean, I sweat loads, mate.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But, well, it's horrible though, isn't it? Because I'm just a sweaty person.
At the beginning, I did care.
Did you?
Do you know the more and more this journey's gone on? You know my story now. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care what. I'll make silly. You've seen my stories, mate. I do silly stuff.
Yeah.
I say it as it is.
Yeah.
The more the journey's gone on, I think the more comfortable, the more.
You do become more comfortable with yourself and happier and content with yourself.
Yeah, you do.
That's what it is. I think, like us sat here talking now, we don't edit anything out of this.
Yeah.
I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't care what people think.
And that's why I said to you, that's why I've always watched them, because you see some and you think, that's been edited, this never ever gets edited.
Yeah. So, right, 30 stone.
Yeah.
Mindset's good. I want to know the habits. I want to know what you're eating. I want to know what you're doing to drop this weight. Because, like same with saving money, you see it building up, it spurs you to do more.
Yeah.
You see the weight dropping off, it spurs you to do more.
Yeah.
So, you've dropped 9 stone, which is huge. Huge. So, where are you now at this point? What are you having day to day? Because people are going to watch this and they're going to be inspired by it.
Yeah, of course. So when I was at the biggest, it was crap, like toast, just quick breakfast, out the door, not eating for ages. Come to lunchtime, starving, eat something massive. That was crap. 9 times out of 10 in the removal game, chips on the road. I then stopped. It went over to porridge. I wouldn't say I changed much calorie-wise, but I changed type of foods-wise.
Yes.
So I didn't want that hunger kicking in. So instead of eating chips out on the road, I made sure there was chicken and rice in the lunchbox.
Yeah.
A good size. Even the lads at work would go, mate, you can eat all that. I'm a big old lad. I need my food.
Yeah.
But it's better type of food. And then that we've increased like walking around. It just slowly started to come off. And like you say, that's when I thought, okay, we've got these wheels moving again. Let's keep going now.
Right. So what about exercise?
There weren't much, was there really, back when I first started? Yeah, it was the fibro. I think, in reflection now, I think the fibro was like, what the fuck's going on here? Like, he sat around eating Doritos share bags for years, and now all of a sudden he's walking around the block. Like, what's he doing? So there was that adjustment period. That was a bit tough, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Dug deep and then come out the other side, and then it was, okay, we're over that now. Let's just keep moving. Yeah. And then slowly but surely, I started noticing the good foods that I'd ate before when I'd been down Fitness Factory. Oh, I like that banana in my porridge again.
Yes.
And the taste buds started coming back then. And now I've changed my taste buds from, I need something crap, to if I eat something crap, she'll tell you I'm like,
yeah.
I go, and I'm not right the next day.
Yeah. What, mentally or physically or both?
Bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of both. I just feel a bit sluggish. It's really, really weird.
Yeah, I feel the same. I feel like if I eat crap, it slows me down on the bike.
The once is all right. Like, I need it, man. I do you know what I mean? I need that. Something to look forward to. Yeah. Oh, come on, Sunday we're going to Herbert's Yard, or do you know what I mean? Something like that. But when I do it for like 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, because 3 or 4 days he's like falling off the wagon, isn't it? Really, yeah, it's like that's too much. That's not a cheat day. That's like a habit starting to change, and it can quite easily then go back the other way, can't it?
Yeah.
So like a day, fine.
Yeah.
You know, a weekend maybe even fine in some circumstances. Like sometimes I feel, fuck it, I'm not dieting this weekend, man.
If we don't have something to look forward to, it gets boring. You're like, I can't be asked to do this.
Yeah.
And that's why people fall off the wagon.
Yeah.
Back in the day, not so much while I've been in camp, but man, I'll tell you, back in the day on a Sunday, I was religious. That was our treat day. Because I'd think, right, I've only got to do Saturday now because Sunday's treat day.
Yeah.
And that, I do promote that a lot.
And we all like a treat. Like I go around our mums every Sunday for a Sunday dinner. So I do like quite a high protein diet.
Okay.
Quite a low carb.
Yeah.
And low sugar. Yeah. Pretty much no sugar.
Yeah.
So I would have like quite a lot of meat and not so much pasta, rice, potatoes in the week. But of a Sunday, mate, that plate is loaded. Yeah. I'm having mash, I'm having roasters, I'm having whatever she makes,
really,
I'm having it.
It's family day, isn't it?
Yeah. So and I've turned the Sunday into my treat day, whereas I might even stick to it with the breakfast. I might have an omelette or whatever.
I do sometimes. Start the day well.
Yeah.
And then think, this afternoon I can have a look back on it in the morning.
Yeah. I get the Sunday night munchies, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though I've had a massive dinner.
Yeah.
And I mean a massive dinner.
Yeah.
And even if I'm not hungry, it's like this Sunday night munchies. So when I'm watching the telly, I just want something. And I'm not talking a snack, I mean a full-on meal. Like, I could eat a pizza or I could eat a...
Do you know, sometimes, though, not this time round, I ain't really watched it this time round, but them 2 weight loss journeys that I said before, when I was on them, mate, on a Sunday, I'd be ridiculous. I'd have them, like, when Dad was alive and I was still talking to the old family, like, Dad and Liz would come round and we'd have a Mackies. And then I'd have a tub of Ben & Jerry's afterwards, and I'd still lost weight that week because the body would go, whoa, and it'd speed the metabolism up, I think.
So you'd still lose it?
Yeah. And I used to go, Hayley, to, not, I wouldn't say to excess, but I'm having it. It's my treat day, I'm having it. And then I'd be, for a couple of days, I'd be like, I used to do it already, and I'd go, I'm going to put weight on. I'd weigh myself, and I'd lost, and I'm like...
Do you weigh yourself now?
Nah.
Oh, I don't either.
Nah. And believe it or not, I've only weighed myself for the last month and a half. Throughout the massive weight period loss, I never weighed myself once.
Did you not?
Nah, I just noticed it myself, if that makes sense. I didn't put myself on the scales because I thought, if I go on there, is it going to affect this?
Yeah.
You know, from my story, I have to be careful sometimes. Is it going to affect that? Am I going to fall off the wagon? I didn't weigh myself once.
I don't weigh myself now. Lots of my friends do.
Yeah.
And it pisses me off. And I'll tell you what it is with me. I can be obsessed with things.
Yeah,
so if I got on the scales this morning and it weren't what I wanted to see,
I'm weighing myself this afternoon.
I'd be obsessed with that. I'll tell you what, I probably haven't weighed myself. What are we in? 25? Probably about 4 years.
Yeah.
I ain't weighed myself for.
It's the best thing to do sometimes, mate, honestly.
And I just,
Yeah, you do.
I mean, these days, I don't have to go to work as much. Like back then, I was having to wear work clothes.
Oh, okay.
So you know that your clothes feel tight, don't you? Whereas these
That's
days...
how I judge mine. If that feels a bit tight, all right, let's behave for a bit now.
Whereas I'll go into the office now probably once a week-ish. So then I might have to wear something that I think, oh, I hate wearing clothes, I do. No, I mean, I'm real clothes, I mean.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like wearing... like uncomfortable clothes.
Yeah, I'm the same.
See, like even jeans to me are uncomfortable.
I don't. I'm not usually a jean person either.
Joggers, I want to be in my trackies, leggings. Even some leggings are uncomfortable. It's a
Northfield thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to be comfy. Like if you see me walking the dog around Northfield, I'm in my scruffs.
I'm the same.
I don't care. I've got like oversized joggers, oversized hoodie.
You've seen me on my walks with that flipping coat I've got, mate.
Yeah.
It's over the top.
But I think it's comfy.
Yeah, it's comfy as anything. Keeps me dry and I'm comfy.
Yeah, and I buy it like that. I buy like larger things because I just want to be comfy. Yeah. So like, if I have to get dressed, I hate it. Like I just want to be.
You who you are. Yeah.
Even I'm getting terrible now because I'm going into the office and I'm buying like elasticated stuff to go to work in. I just want to feel like I'm in pajamas, don't we all?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
we want to be comfy, don't we?
Yeah. So like. For that reason, I do notice things like, because I think, oh, this is a bit tight. I've got to go into the office tomorrow. Or
that's exactly how I judge mine, mate.
Yeah.
I don't look at scales at all.
Yeah. But also, you know how you feel. Yeah. Because you do like a treadmill work, don't you, and runs. See, I can't run so much these days. My back and my knees won't have it.
I'm trying to not do as much.
Yeah. But you'll notice it on yourself, surely, if you've put a bit on, that run will be harder to do.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel it on the bike. There's more weight to move. I'm struggling or I'm blowing.
You're doing it twice a week, so yeah.
Yeah, well, 7 times a week, sometimes twice a day.
Oh, yeah.
So
like, classes as well, isn't there?
Yeah. So I'm like, I mean, I ain't had a drink for quite a while now. And I've noticed that.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that would be my thing. Like, I like a drink. But it was slowing me down.
Yeah.
Too much. It was getting to the point where, say if I've got a 7 o'clock class in the morning and I've had a drink the night before, I'm dragging myself on that bike. It's hard, man. Like, I don't know how I'm going to go with it. I don't want to, like, have said to some people, like, I've knocked it on the head full stop. And I hope that is the way it goes.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put too much pressure on myself because...
Too much pressure can make you ill, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can.
Yeah. So, and I know the way I am with my mind.
Yeah. You know, nobody knows yourself better than you do.
Today's episode is sponsored by DNA Boxing School of Excellence, situated on Maryvale Road in Birmingham and delivering fitness for the whole family. Big up to Danger and the team there for the amazing work they're doing in the community. For more information, check out the description below for their contact details. So I know, like, if I go fully sober, I don't know how. I don't want to put that pressure on myself, but in my head I'm thinking, I'm all right not drinking.
Yeah. And I always find that it's the pressure that makes it worse, you know. The pressure of, like I said to you last night through chatting, the pressure of this, I was a nervous wreck last night. Woke up this morning.
Fine.
Let's just get on with it. Yeah, and I think sometimes, our minds and our bodies make us overthink things, make us panic and...
Yeah, definitely. So right, food wise, we're spreading it out. So you're having like big breakfast, smaller lunch, even smaller dinner, or tea, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. So anybody else that's watching it may help them. I do my porridge of a morning.
Yeah.
My usual daily routine. It's a little bit different while I've been in camp, but my usual routine is breakfast as soon as I up, walk, shower straight away. Coffee, walk, shower, no breakfast. Back, then have breakfast. That's our time to just chill and have an hour to ourselves. Straight down the gym, do a little session down there, bag work, summer. Then over to the sauna in the steam room. Back, and then usually scrambled eggs with a little bit of bacon.
Okay.
If I'm feeling a little bit lazy, it's a protein bar and a coffee.
Okay, yeah.
That does happen sometimes. Lunchtime, it's usually either chicken and rice, or if I'm at home. If I'm out on the road, it's tuna. Some I've prepared beforehand in the lunchbox. And then dinner is either a jacket potato with some chicken or chicken and a bit of rice and just some of a night. I'm a bland person of a night.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really... Amanda says this to me. Don't you get a sweet tooth of a night? Nah, I have a sweet tooth when I wake up.
No way.
It's really
I'm more
strange.
on the night as well.
Oh, yeah.
I'm more an evening. So like when I get up, because I've noticed your porridges and stuff that you put on, there's quite a lot going on in there.
Yeah. She says to me, so I was loving life for a bit. I was putting protein powder in it.
Yeah, I know a few people that do this.
Now, since I said to you about the raw milk and swapping over,
yeah,
I had those. My stomach was playing up now and again. Since I've gone over to the raw and stopped the protein powder, that stopped. So there must be just something with me that milk, I don't know whether it's the milk in it or what. I don't know.
Yeah.
But since I've been on the raw, that stopped. So I was devastated about my porridge because I was like, that was my chocolate fix, and she'll tell you I was really upset, man.
Because it was chocolate protein powder.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I'm with you.
So then when we went to the farm and I found that milk, I was like,
chocolate milk,
game changer.
So you actually have chocolate milk in your porridge in the morning?
Pour that raw chocolate milk or the biscotti milk over.
Yeah.
And then just put your cinnamon almonds on the top.
Yeah. So do you have, what's your porridge? Do you buy like the bag of oats or do you buy the microwave one?
The rolled, just standard rolled oats from the pot, Because
I know Simon told George, when George came on, he has the gluten-free ones.
Yeah.
And I've seen on Simon's stories, he has the gluten-free ones.
Yeah, he has mentioned, I've never
you just stick to the normal. Because I just have the normal ones as well.
Yeah.
And that's fine for me.
Yeah.
I'm a porridge in the morning kind of girl. When Jess Barry came on, I was doing like a proper proteiny diet then and I weren't really having the carbs. Okay. So I have reintroduced the porridge in the mornings.
Yeah. How have you found that since you've done that? Better?
Yeah, it's like, it feels like a treat.
Yeah.
So I'd have like, in mine, raw milk.
Yeah.
But I have a banana sliced up, blueberries.
Yeah.
And dried fruit and nut.
Oh, nice.
And that, I tell you what, that's all I've had today. And come on then, if you're getting up. I'm not hungry now.
I'm not. I've had my porridge this morning. Oh, what did I have? Biscotti milk with the cinnamon over the top. And then I've had a protein bar and a coffee when I got out of the shower before I come here. That's it.
Yeah.
And I'll be sweet till about 2:00 now.
Yeah.
I think the more with us being busy, like obviously me doing my thing, you're doing everything you're doing.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we eat out of boredom.
Oh,
sometimes.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I do massively.
When I have a busy day, sometimes it's very easy to forget or to just grab something quick on the go.
Yeah.
And because the mind's working, you're not thinking about it as much.
No, you're not.
But at the same time, you still got to fuel yourself. Yeah. I had someone new at spin this morning, and he said to me after the class, is it all right not to have eaten this morning? I was like, yeah, it's like fasted cardio. It's absolutely fine. First thing, like, go home and have some breakfast. You'll be sound. Because I do 2 morning classes a week.
Yeah.
Those days, I wouldn't eat.
I get you.
I'd train first.
Then go home.
And then I'd eat.
Makes sense.
So, depends how I'm feeling. I might have a black coffee and do a proper fasted cardio. Yeah. Sometimes I have a cup of tea in the morning. It depends how I'm feeling. This week I felt a bit shit. So I had a cup of tea this morning.
Yeah.
And then I didn't have porridge till after I'd walked her. Like, come on now. So, like I had...
And the crazy thing I think about, when I was big...
1 second.
You just go into your chair.
Like that, yeah?
Yeah, that's it. She thinks it's a window, she's trying to look out.
Oh, okay.
Do
we need to go back to anything?
No.
Okay.
No. When I was really big,
yeah,
I never got them hunger feelings. So I'd go home and she'd be like, when have you eaten? I ain't eaten since breakfast. And I wouldn't notice it.
Right.
Now that I'm down to the size I am, I notice it. And I get really hungry, mate. Like, she'll tell you I'll be driving. Oh, I've got to get back home. I need my eggs.
I'm not that.
I never used to be like that.
Yeah.
I think I was just living off the fat that was on the body, to be honest.
Yeah. Because everyone that knows me knows I'm an eater.
Yeah.
I love food. I think about food from when I get up to when I go to bed.
Yeah.
What I'm eating next.
And
plan my meals. And I just love food. Love food.
Yeah.
So obviously when you put the weight on and it's fine to still have nice food.
Yeah.
You just got to think, be prepared, things like that. If you're prepped, you know what you're having. Because it's so easy to grab convenient food.
So easy to do it. I've done it.
Yeah.
I still do it now.
I still do as well.
I've come out the sauna.
Yeah.
And I've like, oh, God, I do feel a bit hungry. Grab a protein bar out the thing. We all do it.
Yeah. And that's fine, as long as we, in the main, stick to what we're trying to achieve. Right, so food is sort of spaced out, you're 6 a day. You're training every day?
Yeah.
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 No rest days?
No. Not in camp. When I was training before the boxing took over, I'd have one day here or there. Just for us time, really. There was obviously work in the gym. There was just take one day off, but while I've been in camp now, I think the last time I had a rest day was probably December.
Last month?
Yeah,
well, we're nearly into February now.
Maybe November. Maybe in the end of November, I think was the last rest day I had.
God.
Yeah.
But do you know what? I'm the same. I don't really have much time. I mean, I don't do a class on a Sunday, but sometimes I'll quite often take myself to the gym because it's mad because I don't really get to enjoy training myself anymore.
I get what you're saying.
Because I do the class with everybody.
Yeah.
I don't do my own thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes I want to just do my own thing with my headphones in and not talk to anyone.
Yeah, be left alone.
Yeah.
I did one the other day, and I love going size. And I just, for one unknown reason, I wanted to swim and I fancied a run. And I just went, I knew there was a treadmill upstairs at the sauna place. So I went up, my headphones was on, nobody bothered me.
Yeah.
And do you know what? It was the most rewarding session I've had in ages because I was just left alone. I felt fresh. Do you get that feeling when you've had a good session on your own?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what I think it is as well for me. Nick, my brother, says to me the other day, it must be horrible now. Like, you can't really listen to music for pleasure because every song I listen to, in my head, I'm analysing whether it's a spin song.
Yeah. Because
quite often, I like to bring in different music. So I like to be able to take people back to a certain time.
Yeah.
So, like this week, I have themed weeks. So this week, the last week of the month is a theme. Now, because it's January and everyone's been dieting, I've done food and drink week. Okay. So when I sit down and think, what songs talk about food and drink? So you got Milkshake. But I'm not going with the normal Milkshake by Khalees. I'm finding a remix.
I get you.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then, like, you start looking for songs that talk about food, but it might be the beat might be too slow. So then I'm finding an upbeat version. So it's like Sugar Pie Honey. What's it called? Sugar Pie Honey Bunch. Is that the song? Google it, Carl. Basically, there's a sick remix. It's only 90 seconds long.
Yeah.
But the original's too slow.
So for the spin class, I get what you're saying.
So all the time, like Nick says to me, you can't even listen to music now. And it's funny because I've recently done a tax return and my accountant has said to me, how much of your Spotify do you listen for personal use? And I was like, do you know what? I don't anymore.
No, because it's for business and spin class, yeah.
Because any music I listen to is for spin.
Yeah.
And any podcasts I listen to quite often is for this.
Yeah.
Because I'm listening to other people's podcasts to see what they're doing.
Get what you're saying.
How are they doing their advertisements? How are they doing this and how are they doing their features?
Yeah.
So now it sort of took over. But I've got a family Spotify that the boys listen to. So obviously I can't claim for what they're listening to. But actually,
for work related.
The majority of my Spotify is for work.
How mad is it when they say something and you don't think about that?
No.
Yeah? We do.
Then she went, your phone bill? How much of your phone bill is for business? And I was like, fucking nearly all of it. Because all the spin requests come through my phone.
Yeah.
My reminders get sent out.
So when you sit down and you go, no, she is right, isn't she?
Yeah. So I've had to really analyse that. But yeah, that music-wise. Do you listen to music when you're training?
Yeah, all the time.
What do you listen to?
I never used to. It's only the last, how long have I been using my headphones? It's only been the last few months, isn't it? The first, it was more.
You were just doing it with nothing?
Yeah.
What? How boring was that?
It was boring sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, mate.
You game changer now?
Yeah, but, game changer. She brought me some headphones for Christmas.
Yeah.
She went, just try them. And it was just a little bit of, sometimes I was getting overwhelmed. No, I wouldn't say get overwhelmed, but because of the autism and the ADHD, she'd be like, are you all right? And I'd be like, no, I've been triggered. Like, it was really noisy in there. I couldn't focus, or something set me off with a fibro. And so she said, I'll get your headphones. Game changer.
Yeah.
I live with it. I live with them on my head now.
Music or podcasts while you're exercising?
Both.
Really?
Both.
I cannot listen to a podcast while I'm exercising. No way.
Right. Music, definitely cardio. Podcast, weight sessions.
Okay.
Just relaxed weight sessions with a podcasting.
I listen to podcasts when I'm walking the dog or driving.
Oh, okay. I've never done one driving.
Yeah, put podcasts on your driving.
I'll try that.
Especially if you've got a long journey.
Oh, yeah.
Smash a few out in that time.
Yeah, of course you can. You get, if you listen to the same song so many times, you're like,
oh, yeah. It gets, yeah. Well, this is the problem, you see, because I'll do like a spin playlist for the week.
Yeah.
Come the Saturday, I'm sick to death of it.
You're on, you're like, oh, really again?
Never want to hear this again.
I've heard this 20 times already.
Yeah, and it ruins it for me a bit.
Yeah.
But no, I would listen to a podcast while I was walking the dog.
I've done that. She'll tell you. The one I've done is with my ring walk music. I have literally, how many ring walk songs have I had that's changed? It's ridiculous.
Have you decided on one?
Because I've done, it's been put down to 3 now. The reason I do the same as you, I play it over and over and over, and it's in the car and I'm driving around, I'm like, yeah. And then I'll say to him, no, I don't think it's this one. And then I've ruined it for myself.
Yeah.
If I should just get it and go, right, that's it, leave it.
Okay.
So it's the same.
After, tell me what they are.
Yeah,
I'll have a
right,
listen.
okay.
Right, tell me about the boxing. How did this change from just going to the gym to lose weight to switching it up to getting in the ring?
I walked into size, like I say, I got to the size I was, mental health breakdown after Dad died, and a long old journey to sort myself out. Then got myself down to 30 stone, and then walked in Fitness Factory. That changed my life forever.
And this was May last year.
May, yeah,
so we're
24,
not even talking
yeah.
12 months now.
And it started off, I'd been saying this to Mand for months. When I get myself to a bit, I'll know when I'm ready.
Okay.
I weren't right upstairs, and when I say upstairs, I wasn't right in the head.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't the time, and then it was literally, I remember it was a Wednesday morning, and I went to the old gym where Hawksley was, and I was like, it's gone. Then started getting anxious. Said, I'm going home. I can't cope if the gym's not where it used to be. And she was in the car, Mand was, and she said, calm down.
Yeah.
Let's find where it was. Went down to where he is now at Ardeth Road, and the rest's history.
Right.
Walked in, and I did walk in and said, obviously years we hadn't seen each other, handshake and stuff, and I said, my dream would be to fight one day, so.
Yeah.
And obviously, he does all the lads, the bare knuckle lads, and kind of Tierney and George, and I know it was a big ask.
I've only ever met him once.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was at Tommy Collins's.
Yeah, we was at Tommy's
at the after party.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was only a quick hello.
Yeah.
Obviously we follow each other, but I've only ever met him that once.
Yeah, and I know he was shitting myself walking in there asking him to. Sorry, can we do this?
Right, I'll stop there. I need to speak to you about this. Right.
Yeah.
Did you feel intimidated walking into that gym?
At first.
Right. Now, when was it? Over Christmas. I think it was New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Most gyms are shut.
Yeah.
Right. He was open. And I seen on his story, he was open 9 till 5 New Year's Day.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, because listen, my head and my mental health has been quite stable for some time now.
Yeah.
People have seen me in bad places, and I ain't been there for a long, long time. But New Year's Day, I don't know what it was. I woke up. I was on call the night before, didn't get called out.
Yeah.
So I'd got up, I was like, right, I ain't had a call out. But I just felt like my head went. And I thought, there's only one way to switch this around, is go to the gym.
Yeah.
Well, Newman was shut, which is
Okay.
where would be like my immediate go-to because it's the closest to my house.
Yeah.
Nuffield was open, but I'm not a member there anymore because I don't need to be, because I'm like just teaching there 4 times a week. And I saw that he was open and I thought, oh, there's a gym open here. And do you know what? I felt intimidated.
Yeah.
I thought, I ain't going there. I don't know anyone. I don't know, a bit like you, I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I don't know the setup. I thought, nah.
Call me, man.
Well, at the time, I was just like, my head was going.
Yeah.
And I messaged the manager of Nuffield.
Yeah.
Well, the manager that sorts the classes out.
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, my head's gone a bit. I feel like I need to use the gym. mind if I just nip up and use Nuffield for a bit? She was like, of course you can, carry on.
Yeah.
So I just nipped up there, had a couple of hours, and I was sound. But I messaged him after and I was like, very nearly came to your gym.
Yeah.
But felt intimidated.
If you ever feel like that, ring one of us.
But he said it's a very, very family-friendly gym.
And that.
So for anybody that's listening who feels that way,
do you know
you've
how
got
long,
to take that first step,
do you know how
haven't
long
you?
my anxiety lasted?
How long?
And this is gospel, 5 minutes.
This is what I mean.
Literally 5 minutes.
It's
and
that step, isn't it?
There was the introduction to him, meeting him again after all them years. Shook his hand, I was shaking, I was tremoring. I was the biggest he'd ever seen me. Like, he'd obviously seen me when I was smaller years ago.
Yeah.
I shook for I was anxious, I was worried for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I went in and I did camp whilst Conatini and George were fighting for their fight in Cov.
Right, yeah.
They welcomed me in with open arms, mate. It was like...
But how nice is that? Because there's people going to be listening to this that are, one, going to look at me and think, how the fuck was she intimidated? Because I'll train every day.
Yeah.
So why am I going to be intimidated by going to a new gym? Like, but I am.
Everybody
So
is, mate.
everybody is, so
Everybody
it's fine.
is, yeah.
So you just got to take that first step, haven't you?
Yeah, of course you have.
Find where you want to go, wherever it may be, whether
Yeah.
it's somewhere close to you, whether you'd like to go a bit further away.
Is it a gym that specialises in what you want to personally train for?
Yeah.
And like I say, mine was boxing, so... And I knew that was the place to go anyway.
Yeah.
But if it's a certain type of thing for you, find that and go there. Don't be scared to go in there, honestly.
Yeah, but you are going to be scared, and that's
Yeah, of
fine.
course.
But it's only going to last, like you say, 5 minutes. Because once you've gone in... Now, this is presuming that other people in other gyms are going to be as welcoming.
Yeah.
Because not everyone is. You can walk into some gyms and they're up their own arse, or they won't help you.
I've done some gym collections, like obviously with the removals for Si. And when I say we've been into some moody gyms, mate, there was one we come back from Manchester, and he went, we brought the machine back, and I said, listen, if I'd have walked in there, you could have forget. It was moody, that one.
Yeah.
Every gym's the same. If you don't, and what I say to some people, if you walk in one gym and it's not for you, don't just say that's it. Find
one that is.
just a gym that
Yeah.
till you find where you fit.
Yeah,
I've had
yeah.
it with the sauna and the steam room. She'll tell you, there was a place I was going to, and I said to her, this is too clicky for me.
Yeah.
Especially with mental health. You probably get it if it's too clicky.
Yeah.
The vibe's off. I distance myself, I do.
Yeah.
And don't be ashamed to try somewhere. Don't find somewhere else.
But I find if you be yourself, don't try and fit in. Don't try and just be yourself. I find that's the best. Like this morning, there was a couple of newbies in the spin.
Yeah.
And because you can get quite lax, can't you, with knowing everyone knows what they're doing. There's no need for me to explain it. But I could clearly see some new faces.
Yeah.
So there's a bloke that's coming really late. Now, obviously, that's not ideal because I've already started the class.
Yeah.
So I can't really help him now because I've got my mic on and I'm talking and
Yeah.
stuff. But I jumped off the bike and I could tell his handlebars were too low, and I thought, you ain't going to get the best out of this class with you not being set up properly. So I quickly jumped off, just moved his handlebars up. But then I had to say at the end, if there's anyone in here that wants to stop and talk to me for a minute, I'm here. Please just grab me at the end, because I don't want you to... Because a couple of weeks ago, there was a girl that come and I could tell that she was struggling, and I thought, I hope she hangs around at the end. She was out that door like a rat up a drain pipe. And I thought, she's clearly thought, fuck that.
Yeah. It's
But
not for her. Sometimes
it might not be for her, or it might be that she didn't feel comfortable asking me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need to go, can you just give me 5 minutes? I'm more so going to do it now off the back of that going, if anyone wants to talk to me at the end, just grab me.
We all have to learn from it, don't we, mate?
Exactly.
Of course.
So,
You have to come to one of your spin classes, you know.
Oh, everyone says this.
No, I'm serious. You wanted to do spin, didn't you? You was on about doing spin. Wouldn't mind going. In fact, your Nick goes.
Nick comes, yeah.
Yeah, I saw you on the videos the other day.
And do you know what? It is about fitness, but not all fitness.
Yeah,
it's rhythm.
Sometimes mine, when I go to the gym, it's not about the fitness.
Yeah.
She'll say to me, what you training?
Yeah.
Whilst I've been in camp, I've been religious. When I weren't, before camp, I'm just going in. I'll do a leg session and it's just to chat shit.
Yeah.
Chat to people and just be there for a couple of hours sometimes.
See, with me, I think sometimes it's about just your mind.
Yeah.
Because not everyone in the gym is there to lose weight.
No, they're not.
Some people are there to get them out of a depressive hole.
Yeah, medication. So for some people, it's religious. They have to do it.
Yeah, which is another reason why I don't go around shouting in people's faces.
Yeah.
A lot of people say to me that they've been to other classes and the instructors are stood in front of them shouting, or they're turning the bikes up. Occasionally, if I can see that you are just being lazy,
Yeah.
I will turn it up.
Come on, get up. Yeah.
But not often, because some people aren't there for that.
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people are there just to get them out of the house.
Yeah. Sometimes some people have got just that to look forward to, haven't they? Some people.
Yeah, which actually brings me on to people being like quite feeble.
Yeah.
Like, there are people that give it too many excuses, and they'll go, "Oh, I was going to come on that day, but like the dog sneezed,
Yeah.
so I thought I better not come." That's a really extreme example, isn't it? There, Carl.
No, but there is. I know exactly.
There's
what you mean.
always an excuse for some people, and I think,
Yeah.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Just, do you know what I mean? Like,
Or they're getting close to something, and it's, I've got to get it done, and you're like, you've had fucking months to get this
Yeah.
done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I do that, but when it comes to training and stuff, I do see it.
Yeah.
They don't do nothing, and then all of a sudden the panic's on, and you.
or there's just feeble excuses for stuff. I can't stand it. It pisses me off. I leaning that way. I will go like, what? Yeah, okay. So Blackpool Saturday, perfect example. I did a class at 9:00 in the morning. I did 2 hours worth of filming.
See, when I saw that video on your story, you went straight to Blackpool after that class.
After the filming.
Did you?
So I'd done a 9:00 class, standard.
Yeah.
Went home. I'd already walked her at 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Come home, had some breakfast, got ready, got my kit ready, up the gym, different gym for like 12:00, 12:30.
Yeah.
Filmed 2 back-to-back classes, 1 till 3.
Yeah.
And then I'd bought some bikes up in Blackpool,
And then you jumped in with
but I've got to go and get them.
Yeah.
So Nick's gone, right, we might as well go now. Of course I don't want to go at 4:00 on a Saturday afternoon after doing all that. I want to go home to bed.
You have to, yeah.
9:00 I got in and I was absolutely fucked. I felt like I could have fell asleep standing up.
Yeah.
And all I'd eaten in that day was like bacon and eggs, bit of avocado before the filming, and then a banana after.
That day is going to open doors for you, mate.
But I had to do it.
Yeah.
But how easy would it have been to go, oh, I can't do it because I've done all this today? No, there was a window. I had to fucking do it.
Did it for fucking years.
So, yeah,
mate.
feeble excuses. Ain't got time for it.
I did it for years, mate. Do you know how many times I used to say to man throughout the year, to all my mates, I'm going to lose all this weight. I'm going to do it. And I did, like I said, the first journeys, and then I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I fell off the wagon and gone back to...
Yeah, yeah. So what point in last year then did you say, right, I'm going to fight?
I went in there to just go on a show, just work towards summer, and I was due to be on a show in November. But then when that all got sorted out, they wouldn't allow me to have Si in the corner.
Okay.
Just one of them things, and I said, well, I can't do it then.
Okay.
Without Si, like, he could have gone, come on, mate.
You can.
You're 30 stone. We're never going to get... He never. And that look he gave, like I said before, that look he gave me, now looking back on it, was sincerity. And I remember his words, well, we can. I said to him, I want to fight, so. And he went, we can if you work hard. And it started off just weight training and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I did... Was it June I did my first pad session? Was it June or July? It's not long after my birthday, was it? I did a pad session, my first pad session with him in June. And then it's just a part of my life now, Hayley, and I couldn't do without it. I could not be without it, a part of my life now.
No way.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So from first going there last year,
Yeah.
April, did you say? April,
Walked in there May time, 24. Just did a little bit of weight training, and a lot of it was me. We were training together then.
Yeah.
And then it was literally, I had the pad session in June, had a couple of weeks of pad sessions, and then Si got us on a show, and it's just been the best
Journey, yeah.
Yeah, ever.
Yeah.
Ever, mate. Yeah.
So I have got tickets for your fight, as
You
you know.
have.
But I've had to stop telling people that I will go to things, because everyone that comes on is going, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm getting tickets to stuff. And then basically I'm not getting any time, am I? So obviously I was always going to come to yours. Me and my brothers are coming.
Yeah.
But actually, this will go out nicely in time.
Oh, okay.
Like a week before.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
it'll be nice, the build-up.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
15th of February is when you're fighting.
Yeah.
What's the venue called?
It's at the H Suite in Edgbaston.
Is that where Tommy fought?
No. Where was Tommy? Tommy's was Nietzsche's, wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
No, it's not the same.
Yeah, no,
venue
it
as
won't, because that
Tommy's.
was in town. I did obviously go there. Right, so we've got tickets for that and we'll be there.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling about it? Nerves or what?
Do you know what? I don't even feel nervous about it, to be honest. No. The battle, the fight is not with him, it's with me. It's always been with me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's the man I've got to step in against and we've got to go to war. But the battle's with me, not him. The battle's always been with me. And I just can't wait to go now, mate. I've enjoyed every minute of it. We never knew if there was going to be an after this. Was it just going to be this and that was it? There was a lot of unanswered questions. Obviously, could I get the weight down? Could the fibro play a part? What was going to happen? Till we dipped our toe in the water, we didn't know if it was going to work. It has.
Yeah.
And I just want to go. Because of what happened with the rugby, I always felt there was unfinished business. I now owe it to myself and to Si and everybody at Fitness Factory that welcomed me in, that took me in as family straight away.
Yeah.
To go as far as I possibly can. Whether that's on the white collar circuit and just have a bit of fun with the last few years I've got left. Nothing serious.
Yeah, because it hasn't got to be serious. I say this to people at Spin. Like, we're fucking practising for the Tour de France.
Do you know them time when I say that I was at my worst and the substance abuse, the mental health and at its worst? Do you know what that was? Living up to, I can't be like that. Fuck it.
Oh, God, yeah. That's worse.
And what do people think of me?
I'm just going to pull the fucking camera.
What do people think?
Right,
if I do that, what are they going to say? Fuck it now. And the reason why I'm the way I am now is because I've done my years of trying to please people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, mate. I'm just here to...
As soon as you switch that mindset of just being content with yourself, it changes everything, doesn't it?
We've got a really small circle, haven't we? Like, we've just got the people around us at work. Like I say, I've got Mark that's been my mate he's been my brother for 15 odd years, Mark. We've got a small circle, man, and I've never been so happy. It's just, you don't have drama, you don't have, can you do this, can you do that? It's just content and happy. On my own, not pleasing anybody.
Exactly. And being happy for other people.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Genuinely happy.
You know when you said about going out for a walk and being embarrassed if someone saw you?
Yeah.
How would you feel if you saw someone overweight doing a walk or a run?
Fair play to you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
As well. If I went ain't out walking, running, whatever, I think, fucking go on.
Now, when I used to do it when I was at that size and I was sweating, my mindset would have been, ain't you got some bottle doing that?
Yeah.
Fair play. I wouldn't have dreamed doing that.
Yeah.
Then when it started moving, I was like, who gives a shit what I look like?
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm here to better myself, not anyone else.
Yeah.
And for years, I just got lost and abused myself.
But you know, for someone that was to drive past, walk past someone overweight that was exercising and thought anything but
positive,
well done.
Anything other than positive.
The problem's with them.
You've got insecurities, man.
Yeah, you're a prick.
Yeah,
you're an arsehole. Yeah, if you're going to go past someone that's trying to better... You're right, love. Trying to better themselves and you've got a negative emotion towards that person, the problem's with you.
Yeah, you've got insecurities and you're the problem, not them.
Yeah, exactly.
And I used to always get worked up with what people thought and what people cared and then I get to the point where the haters motivate you.
Oh, yeah.
Just make them motivate you and I think, do you know what? Fuck it, all right then, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah, oh, God,
and do you know what? I'm blessed with this time, with this journey. None. There ain't one person.
Sometimes it's in your head that people are hating.
And there's been the odd couple of times I've had like request messages sent to my thing and it's nothing nasty, but you just think like scams is the main one. And or a comment on something. Now, years ago, the old Ryan would have gone, oh, that's bad. Or how does that, what do they think of me? No, I don't give a shit. I don't care.
For anyone that follows my Instagram or the YouTube, you'll see that I only ever react to positive comments. If there's ever a negative comment, I would never react to it.
Don't give them the lot. Yeah, don't give them the light.
Because, I ain't feeding your toxicity.
And do you know how many people would never, ever do it to your face? That's...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, keyboard warriors, yeah. So, like, if I was... but I would never put a negative comment on anything.
You never would. If somebody's bettering themselves, be genuinely happy for them.
But even if I saw something that I didn't agree with, I wouldn't comment negatively. I'd think, not for me.
Yeah.
Just scan past it. I'd never post.
Do you think social media's made that the way like that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Because everyone's got an opinion on something now, isn't
it? Yeah, that's it. So, what's next then? The fight's in a few weeks.
So the
fight will be, once this goes out, the fight will be next week.
Fight will be next week, yeah.
Yeah.
So when does this go out? On the 7th?
This will go out on the 7th. Carl's thinking, does it? Because Yeah.
So it'll be the week before. All the work's been done. If I could go into this fight and say, have I missed anything or no. I've grafted my arse off.
What's been the total weight loss?
22 stone.
22 stone.
Yeah. So that was 3 years ago. 3 years ago I was sitting at 30. I say nearly 40 stone. I was 30. The doctor's records show I was 39 stone, 14 pound.
Right.
That was my heaviest 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, 22 stone in 3 years, down to 17 and a half.
So you're 17 and a half stone now. You're 6'7".
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of height there as well. Yeah. Fucking hell. So for people, because I don't think there are many people that would, that's an extreme weight loss.
Yeah. Life fucking completely different.
Yeah, so there's going to be people watching this that want to shift a few stone.
Yeah.
There is absolutely no fucking excuse. If you want to do it, there isn't. And do you know what? Oh, that's what I was going to come back to. You know, I said about the book.
Yeah, you said something.
Right, so The Secret.
Yeah.
So by the time this episode comes out, the episode that I'm referring to will already be out.
Okay.
Healing Energies.
Yeah.
So we recorded it a few weeks ago, and the woman, Pam, lovely lady, we've become friends, love it. She brought with her, see where this book is, on that episode there's different books, and it was books that she brought with her.
Oh, okay.
All about like energies. So one of the books was called The Secret.
Yeah.
I went home, I ordered the book, it came the next day, and I've read a couple of pages every day since. It's about the law of attraction and how you can attract whatever you want into your life.
Yeah.
Right. So there's such things, this blew my mind, as fat thoughts. So how many times has someone said, I can't lose weight because I've got an underactive thyroid?
Yeah.
Basically, that's a fat thought.
Yeah.
How many times have you heard someone say, I can eat what I want and not put weight on?
Yeah.
And you just want to punch you in the fucking face.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, you have that one mate that really actually can. Like,
yeah.
We've got a lad that works for us.
And they've got thin thoughts, right? It's a thing.
Okay.
So I've told like my mum about this book. My mum's gone and bought it. I've told several of my friends about this book. They've gone and bought it. It's a game changer. What you want, you will attract.
Yeah.
If you constantly saying, oh, I'm just constantly skint all the time.
Yeah.
You're just attracting debt to yourself and more skintness, right?
Yeah.
If you constantly say, oh my God, I'm so successful. Carl, what did the numbers do overnight?
They shut up.
Right, so I've been reading this book and I'm not joking. My Instagram was on something like 80,000 views over the last 30 days.
Yeah.
I've been reading this book and I've been going, oh my God, it's doing so well. Like everything's going so successful. Like genuinely, because it is. Overnight, the number shot up to like 218,000.
Yeah.
So we were like, what the fuck? Like, but you will attract what you want.
Yeah.
If you want to lose weight, you will do it.
You're in control.
You've got to get your head in order.
Yes,
Just have a look at The Secret. It's mad. If you've got Spotify Premium, it's free.
Order that.
If you've got Spotify Premium, it's a free Audible.
Oh, okay.
So, like my mate Sophie, who came on episode 2 skincare, she's been away in Tenerife, and I was talking to her about it. I was like, mate, read The Secret. She's like, oh, I've got it downloaded it for free. I've been reading it. Mad.
I'll download that and have a look at that.
Really good. So,
you can. I've say that to everyone.
Yeah, you can do what you want.
Yeah, of course you can. And there's no limit to what you can and what you can't do. You'll get out of it what you put into it.
If I said this before, if you said to me, Hayley, in 12 months' time, you're going to perform open heart surgery, I'd be like, yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I can do that. Of course I can do it. You've got a spin justice of the week?
Trying to think. Yeah.
Go on.
1 minute over my parking and I got a ticket. Yeah. Gutted, man. Bromsgrove. The leisure centre where I go for the sauna and the steam rooms.
1 minute?
1 minute.
Is it ANPR camera?
I'm not too sure. I was literally just parked in a bay and I come out and I knew that I'd come out pretty much close to the time that was on the ticket. And yeah, 1 minute over.
Bastards. What was the charge?
What was the ticket now?
70.35. Yeah. Paint in 2 weeks.
But I've watched him, he's like a hawk. He literally, all traffic warden, everyone's got to do a job, but this one, he loves his job.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
the worst kind as well, 1 minute. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, injustice. I was gutted about that.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? I was thinking about a few this morning.
You had any happen to you?
Parking tickets all the fucking time. Yeah. I'll just appeal them now.
What do they give him you here then?
Yes, that car park is ANPR.
Oh, okay.
And if you go over, where do you park?
So I park in that car park out there. Don't park there. It's even worse.
Is it? Do you get tickets?
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what? She's doing me. I didn't know. You're going to need to go over there. You're soaking me, love. You're absolutely soaking me. Go over there. Yeah. There's a podcast I listen to called Parenting How.
Yeah.
On there, I picked up this thing, idiot tax. Right. Every year, you've got to allow yourself so much in idiot tax, whether it be a parking ticket or a fine for something, or you buy a ticket for something and you don't go, or whatever. You've got to allow yourself so much money in idiot tax. I've been telling my mate about it. So you've got to put things like that down on the idiot tax.
Idiot tax.
You like that, Carl?
We'll go down on the idiot tax, haven't we?
Yeah.
Idiot tax is bankrupt me.
Yeah, like within reason, like you might just be an idiot.
If you're anything like me, I'll be bankrupt as well.
Yeah.
Do you ever do things and think, what on earth was you doing? Yeah, I do it all the time, and I do it on a daily. The older I get, the worse it gets now.
Yeah. I feel like I've almost got a grip on stuff, but quite often with me, I might just be having an off day and I'll do something. I think, why have I done that?
Yeah.
I would never do that. Why have I done that today?
I do that all the time.
Yeah. Mine, I think he's down to the touch on the feebleness.
Yeah.
Is my spin justice of the week.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
People being feeble.
Yeah.
I love that word.
It's feebleness. It's funny you should say that, especially since, like the press conference and this fucking crazy journey that's come from all this.
Yeah.
I do have people that message me, and it's like, I think, fucking hell, you never said that back in the day, or when I was off the wagon, you were like, he's a dickhead, or he's an arsehole. Now you message now, and they're like, oh, you're doing really well, and I think, I know, really.
Yeah. People. So I think with me, like, especially start of the year, I've got new bikes.
Yeah.
There's more spaces opening up, which means there's more messages coming in because I'm advertising more spaces. Some people like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Right. I ain't got time to waste. My belly's rumbling. Can you hear it? Get that, Carl. Got it through the headphones, loud and clear. I ain't got time to waste. So if you're not interested, don't waste my time. Okay. Half feeble, half communication. I don't know. Do you know once, right? This is going into a bit of a personal story, but I split up with a boyfriend once, right? And I thought he was quite feeble. So I bagged up his shit in the feeblest black bag you've ever seen in your life. You know the black bags you buy on accident?
The ones that are really crap.
Shit.
Yeah.
So you buy them and then you realise they're shit and they stay under the sink.
You should pull them off them.
Yeah. They stay under the sink for emergencies.
Yeah.
You go and buy the right ones, but you've still got the feeble ones there.
They're the ones that clients bring out when the last things they've packed and it's like, I'll put this on.
Yeah. So with me, I'd got these black bags under the sink. I thought, I ain't wasting a fucking decent black bag on you. So I packed up his shit in the feeblest black bag, but I carried it carefully because I knew, didn't I?
Oh, okay.
So I carried it carefully, but he didn't know.
He didn't know.
So obviously when he picked his shit up, it would have fell apart and been as fucking feeble as he was. So yeah, little story for you there. Right, got any shout outs?
Shout outs, obviously, definitely Fitness Factory.
Yeah.
And Simon and the whole family that welcomed me in. The biggest shout out from all to my wife and my family.
Yeah.
Like I say, they brought me in when I was off the rails, mate. They could have turned around and gone, nah. Amanda could have walked away and they didn't. They just stuck by me and got me through. So shout out to them. Shout out to everyone and the support and Dominic Negus in Essex as well. Just everybody that's just give me this life, mate. It's insane, this.
Yeah,
I was never expecting. I say to Amanda, I was never expecting when I picked my smartphone up, just on a whim to help one person. I was never expecting any of this. Shout out to you for having me on. And believe it or not, a shout out to mental health as well. For the times it made me cry, the times it broke me.
Yeah.
It made me strong.
Yeah, it does.
And, so shout out to that as well. And everybody that suffers with it, you're not on your own.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't suffer on your own, man. No. Speak to somebody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My shout outs this week, I was thinking about it getting ready. Mine's to anyone that's trying.
Yeah.
Because quite often I'll shout out a business or a person.
Yeah,
By the way, Fitness Factory's getting quite a lot of shout outs on this. They need to start paying.
I know, he's going to have to start paying your commission.
Get the tea bags in. Do you know what I mean?
He's going to have to start paying for you. You'll have to start paying for a raw milk or something. So you're going to have to get my raw milk.
Carl's shaking his head. Like, yeah.
He has got a few shout outs now.
He has. This is the thing now. Like, you got, come on now. Mine's to anyone trying, because there's people that are grafting, and like, we're all grafting, we're all trying. Everyone's the same. Not think for 1 minute I'll get up and this comes easy. No, absolutely fucking not.
Nothing does, mate.
I'm spinning fucking bare plates constantly with working and being a mum and running a house and teaching spin and doing the podcast and God knows what else on my own.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a fucker for not asking for help, because I am terrible. Like,
you do with me when I say, do you need any rope? No, and I know you need some, or if you need a lift up here. I'm the same though.
I can't.
I offer my help, but I never ask for help.
Yeah, and the people that have, like, my mum rung me yesterday. You all right? Is everything all right? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm like a bit run down.
Is your mum now all right?
Yeah, she's all right. Like, she'll be listening to this. Like, I got a few mouth ulcers this week, and I said, I'm a bit run down, Mum. Like, and she was like, is your mental health all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm sound. Because people know, like, where I've been. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So people are checking in. Like, got back from spin last night. Nat, my mate, texted me, you okay? He was a bit pale tonight. I said, mate, I feel a bit knackered. I'm a bit run down.
She was like, people that
yeah,
back like that.
People looking out for me. Like, my mate Jenna today, she's messaged me, as we do every day. What you doing? Who you got on today? I said, you know what? I'm going to have to run to Sainsbury's after that. I'm going to do this. She messaged me good as gold. Let me get to Sainsbury's for you. I've got a key to your house.
Keep them people right.
Like, and my first instinct was to go, no, it's all right. And I messaged back going, no, it's sound. And then I said, actually, if you are going to Sainsbury's, would you grab me a loaf of bread and a couple of bits?
Simple little things in life.
And that for me is massive, to ask someone to do that, because I don't ask for help. So I'm learning on that. So yeah, shout out to anyone that's trying, because it's not easy.
And there's people trying every single day, mate.
Yeah, and whether that be addiction, whether it be drinking, drugs, drinking, whether it's weight loss, whether it's mental health, fucking anything. Like, we're all just grafting, aren't we?
Did you ever see that story I put up? And I was at the lights in town.
No.
And there was a chap, maybe before I realised about the podcast, and I was sat at the lights, and that chap, I remember telling Amanda, he was in the same hostel as I was. He was in the room next door. And he, you know, the lads that walk up and down with the cup. Yeah. And I got chatting to him. And I said to him, we had the same opportunity, dude. What happened?
Yeah.
And it comes back to he didn't want to. And some people can't be saved.
Or it's not the right time. Respect
to the people that are out there that are trying regardless of their circumstances, mate. Because some people give up before their time. I did it.
Yeah.
I give up before I was ready to give up.
Yeah, fucking fair play to you.
Yeah.
Right, thank you for coming on.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me, mate.
No, welcome. Thanks, Carl.
Cheers, Carl.
Today's episode was sponsored by DNA Boxing School of Excellence. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, get in touch at b31spinjustice@gmail.com or via Instagram @spinjustice.